I got an email from an angry fan who's like, why can't you ever mention Star Wars without taking a giant steaming dump on the prequels? Some of us like those.
You should write him back and
Yeah.
say, dear sir or madam, thank you for listening. The prequels are AIDS.
And I understand, maybe AIDS is cute from a distance, but some of us lived through that shit, okay? And it's not funny, and it's not okay, and there ain't nothing cute about Jar Jar AIDS.
And then signed Constantine Strong Opinion.
It's my new character. Let's do this thing! Oh, it's Tuesday night! The power, it's in me! It's gotta be go time for Night Attack! Bringing you the best of the worst of the internet ever since anyone ever started counting. Hello, beautiful people, live in Austin, Texas. I'm Brian Brushwood, joined by my better half in Oakland, California. It's Justin Robert Young. Hey, buddy, how you feeling? No, not again! Not again! Wake up!
Damn!
Oh, Justin, he's having fits again. He's lost it.
I'm fixing the tantrums tonight. Dude, we have a hell of a show. We had a barn burner of a program. There's there's no stops between here and Funville. You better get a new license to carry this kind of fun tonnage because the program tonight is off the hinges.
Man, you know what? It's also out of order because what normally is our big stinking second act, we have to do right now, right up front.
We do. We're eventually going to get to a lot of fun things. We are going to continue to build the bit that will pay off at South by So Wasted. We have announcements, actual announcements on when and where South by So Wasted is going to happen. We have amazing tales of true
tales of danger.
Wherein Brian lights himself aflame and I end up in the hospital. But how do we possibly even begin with all this if not for what is easily our most popular bit we've ever done on this program, our longest running regular bit? Brian, how can we possibly even set up this bit for new listeners?
Look, you get a lot of shows where people call in and they want advice and then they give you advice. This is the world's first and only call out advice program where you send us your problems and we show up your doorstep, scream and answer and slam the door and run away. Does that work?
That is a very accurate way to describe problem solvers. Now, a lot of people would say, hey, you guys are funny. You have a show together. This seems like a great bit. You call out. I say, shut up. Shut up. Shut your mouth.
Shut up, old man. Get away. I hate you.
Hey, shut up is what I say. Because
shut up.
Shut up. Can you shut up?
Just for one goddamn moment. Sorry. So what else do you say to that guy?
Shut up. That's what I say to him. I say, shut up.
He was trying to say something nice about you and your show. He was like,
shut up. Shut it. Shut it down.
Show you're gonna end the show. I was a big fan. I thought you should call out.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
Shut up.
I'll be quiet.
Because we need one more to make this the true problem solvers triumvirate. This is a bit that deserves not one, not two, but three. And so we have to bring in renowned guest. She is the host of the Crunch Report every day on TechCrunch. We would like to bring her back to the program, Miss Sarah Lane.
Who hopefully will answer her Skype
who just got online
sometime in the next few minutes. Let's go back to the shut up bit.
All right, ultimately we needed maybe 6 more shut-ups.
6 more shut-ups, I think we would have been fine.
We were only 6 shut-ups away from really putting this one right in the hanger on
so
top.
close. This is why it's the second act, so we could just keep on covering time until it gets
Shut up!
No, I'm just saying, I mean, we can improve the show, Justin.
No. All right. Fine. So Sarah's going to be here. People have been submitting their questions, and holy crap,
Let's start taking a look at those right now.
I am looking at them, and there is one that is just a doozy. Just look at line 14.
Okay, hold on. I'm opening it up right now in Sheets. I'm running on down to line 14.
Yeah, line 14 is a little spicy. That's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, that may be one of the greatest problems anyone's ever had.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm reading line 13, which is nowhere near as interesting as line 14. Sorry.
Yeah. No, line 14. We're gonna have to end with line 14 because it's not.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Hold off. We're gonna get to line 14, but first we have to introduce the lovely, the talented Miss Sarah Lane. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yay! Sarah is back on the program. Sarah, I know you have a hard out here, so we're gonna try and get through as many as possible. But real quick, what have you been up to? What have you been doing since the last time we talked to you?
Well, when was the last time we talked?
Oh, I don't know.
It was like last
Too
year.
long is
Back
the
in
only answer to that
2015.
question.
That was last year. What's been going on? Well, since then, I haven't actually turned on the computer in my office since we last hung out because while I was trying to get all set up again, I realized that my batteries had gone out on everything. So my keyboard's batteries were dead and my Magic Mouse batteries were dead. So now I'm here in front of some art. I thought you guys might like it. It's your consolation prize.
It is lovely.
It's good. Listen, it's a very tasteful spread behind you, and I think it just brings the whole image together.
I'm a tasteful gal, and that's why you guys have me on the show every so often.
Heck yeah. Speaking of which, we need you to bring your tasteful opinions to, we have 14 questions on the problem solver docket this go around. I say we jump in because we know that you have to leave. You got to be out in 20 minutes. Let's bang through these.
Okay.
And you know, I mean, if it's 7:34, I mean, I'm not just gonna leave.
Got it.
That's excellent. So we have a little bit of leeway here. If you've never heard this bit before, it breaks down like this: we read a problem, and then we each decide what of the 3-part advice we are going to give. That is a restatement of the problem, actual advice to solve the problem, and then a witty, if sometimes rhyming rejoinder that ends the call and sends the person who has received the advice back out into the ether.
Done and done. What do we want to begin with here, Justin?
I'm going to say, let's just start with number 2.
Got it. Line number 2. The question says, I hate going out to bars, but there's nothing to do other than drink where I live. Tried online dating, but dates always fall through. How can I meet someone as a shut-in? And it looks like a female's. Man, we have so many more girls watching this program than I ever think.
Ladies, ladies have these same problems.
These are, listen, they're universal issues, and we're going to help solve them.
Loneliness knows no gender.
All right. I'll. You know what? Actually, I think you should restate the problem, since you so eloquently put it.
All right.
Brian, you want to solve it or rejoin it?
I'll just wrap it up. I feel like you're gonna have the best advice whenever it comes to a relationship. I feel like I'm old and crusty now. I got nothing.
All right.
We're gonna give them a call right now, Bryce.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, perfect. I like having a producer. That makes it easy.
It rings like a phone.
Yeah.
Oh, holy.
Hello?
Oh, no. Hang up on him.
Hang up. That's all I get. You get to hear.
Hang up on him and call him back. Oh, jeez. We're getting off to a real fire start here.
Oh, boy.
4 fire emojis for the start.
Great. All right.
Take two?
No, call someone else. Okay. That's their advice. Their advice is they get a call and hang up.
Oh, we can do it again. Sarah got her hair down and everything.
Yeah,
Let's go. Let's call him back.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
Let's call him back.
I guess it's a dude. Ready. Set.
Hello?
Problem solvers.
So the problem is you don't know how to meet the love of your life. You got all these avenues and nothing seems to be working out for you.
Start
that's
wearing a fake mustache and pretend to be somebody else. Try the same things you've done over and over again as different identities until it works.
Sport that brush and grab that tush. Just kill it. Just kill it.
Problem solved.
Tush. You've got that.
Tush, yeah.
What a nice tush.
I love that both
I like
brush
it
and
rhymes. That
tush
was
don't
good.
make any sense.
I love the advice is basically put on a mustache is just grab people. All right. Somebody writes in saying, when I was a kid, I found gay porn on my dad's computer, and on more than one occasion, I never talked to him about it.
Oh.
Well, there's a period in there. And on more than one occasion, period. I never talked to him about it. My mom and dad have now been married for almost 34 years. They seem to be very happy together. At least once a month, he goes to his guy friend's house for an evening to watch sports. Should I talk to my dad about what I found on his computer almost 20 years ago, or just let it go? I mean, that one's pretty straight up, so to speak. It's just like, fucking, dunk on it.
Oh, that's a belt.
Yep.
I could rejoin.
Okay.
All right. It looks like Brian wants to solve this one too. So I'm going to restate.
Brian's like, this is an easy one. Who hasn't gone through it?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and dial him up.
No.
Oh,
At least let us leave a message.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available.
Boo.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Here we go. Here's the message.
Problem solvers.
So you found some dong and bum action on your dad's computer 20 years ago, and now you don't know what to do.
Yeah, what, all of a sudden you think because you found some porn, you know your dad's sex life? You don't know nothing about your dad's sex life. For all you know, your mom's in on the act. Yeah, who are you to go judging other people?
If your dad's gay, your mom got some extra sleep.
Problem solved.
I feel like that was like some like Freakonomics level like unintended consequence.
What's the solution here?
Pretty great.
This whole like do you want to find the secret homosexual communities? Find the women without bags under their eyes.
They're well rested.
Oh, man. All right, we got one here that says, my father recently retired and took up fixing my house as a hobby. Unfortunately, I had to have him stop when he tore down the ceiling to my garage without my permission, costing me thousands. Now, when I talk to my mother, she tries to guilt me, telling me about how bored he is and about how he's looking for new projects. F-wording weird, right? What should I guess I could say it. I've already won the belt. Fucking weird, right? What should I do?
Oh, all right. So I haven't rejoined. So
yeah,
I'll
I'll sum it up. Do you have a fix for this, Sarah?
Can you just read me the problem again? Because I want to make sure I'm giving good advice here.
Sure. His father recently retired, took up fixing his house as a hobby. Unfortunately, he had his dad stop when his dad tore down the ceiling to his garage without his permission, costing him thousands of dollars. And now he's getting the guilt trip all the time from his mom.
Because he's not letting his dad
continue to tear apart his house.
Yes, quote unquote.
And by the way, apparently he stopped midway. Who knows how it might have turned out? Might have
Okay,
been.
I think I have some good advice.
All right, let's give him a call.
Okay.
Problem solver.
So your dad's got a new hobby, and the hobby is tearing apart your house and costing you a whole bunch of money.
You don't want your dad to do this, but you want your dad to be busy so that he doesn't continue to tear apart your house. You know what you need to get him a subscription to? Gay porn.
If the house is a rockin', it's probably because your dad screwed it up. Tell him to go home.
Problem solved.
Done. Click. All right, we
Problem
got.
solved, buddy. Problem solved.
Man, we nailed it. We're kicking
Dude, we're
ass.
just
so
plowing
far.
right through these. We got another one here. It says, ever since I left my full-time job a couple of months ago to spend more time with my toddler, I've somehow ended up with far less free time than I had when I was working 40 hours a week. How do I reclaim some of that sweet, sweet free time without just becoming an antisocial hermit and or horrible dad?
Wow. Only a few ways where this one can go. I'll solve the problem.
All right. You know what? I'll sum it up again.
I will restate the problem.
Oh, great. Okay, well then I'll do the rejoinder. All right, let's take it away.
Okay.
We're calling them on Skype. So
Oh, so boop, beep,
Hello?
boop.
Problem solver.
We're here. Hey, so as I understand it, you got a baby, and all of a sudden you've got a lot less free time for that baby, and you're wondering if you're a bad person.
Abandon the child. Free time for everyone.
No, kid, you're on the skids.
Problem solved.
I don't think he heard any of it because he just kept saying hello.
Oh.
Maybe he was just like, I can't be the person who actually called in or wrote in with this problem. I'm just going to deny it. Hello.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
It was just like making a murderer. Like, hello? Yeah. Hello?
I guess. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got another relationship problem here. It says, I've been running into somewhat of a bad streak with my dating life lately. It seems that people on the dating apps have really learned how to be professional selfie takers. They know the right angle, lighting, and effects to add. So how am I the bad guy when I meet them in public the first time and I just look like someone saw someone rape a puppy? God.
Whoa.
He's saying like why is he the bad person for being shocked when somebody's not as cute as their selfie would make it look like?
I don't know what happened to the audio. It just like mega blown out.
Yeah.
Both of you guys.
Whoa, this is weird. I don't know what's happening.
hold on, sorry.
Here we go. We're having production issues right now.
Ooh, that sounds better.
Is that better? Okay.
Fearless producer.
Skype is so integrated with all this Windows stuff. It's not great when I make a change, and I think it's gonna be.
Oh.
All right, are we back? We're back.
We're back.
Okay. All right. There we go. Hopefully everything sounded good. Were you able to hear all that? He was saying that he meets people and they're not as cute as their selfie, and so he has this freak out look, and everyone thinks he's a bad person.
Yeah. I could give advice.
All right.
All right.
I'll restate his issue.
I can restate the problem.
Nope. I guess I'll rejoin her again.
Okay, no, I can rejoin her.
Okay. Right. Got it. Go on.
Hold on. Calling.
Hello?
Problem solver.
You're disappointed because you're seeing people in daylight.
So here's the deal, dude. You're getting it all wrong. You're meeting girls at coffee shops and the sun's coming in and they look like dogs. What you got to do is get to the bar a couple hours early, get a few drinks in, beer goggles, solves everything.
If she's got a butterface, just hit her with a can of mace.
Oh my God.
Problem solved.
That got violent.
Sorry.
That sort of escalates his core issue. His big problem is that he's overreacting. I don't know that adding physical assault fixes things.
I was like, just, embrace your alcoholism. Maybe that.
You just panic and then just like, no! Ah!
Go away, bear! Go away! Oh my God. All right, I think we got time for a couple more. Here we go. This is a real one, I assume. It says from Jeb, who says, I was recently running for president of the United States. On a recent campaign stop in New Hampshire, I was contrasting myself against my opponents. I didn't want to give up, even though I was down in the polls, and I still can't figure out how a loudmouth and Grandpa Munster look-alike were doing better than me. I promised the crowd I would not trash talk and would act in the best interest of the country. The crowd just sat there, so I tried to get them to show some enthusiasm and ask them to clap. Then the media made the clip of me asking people to clap blow up on the internet. My campaign ended in shambles and I had to step down. As internet experts yourselves, what should I do now?
Well, all right. Let's give him a call. Brian, what do you want to do?
I got a solution for him. I can take
Solution?
care of him.
All right.
I can rejoin unless you'd like to, Justin.
No. I think I've done enough rejoining.
Let's go.
For a physical assault on
so helpful.
people.
Thanks for contacting Governor Rick Scott's office. Please call Monday through Friday during regular.
All right, that is actually the office of the Florida governor. If you're not aware, Rick Scott is the current sitting governor of Florida.
That is amazing. Let's wait for the beep. Let's leave a message.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, he's got to know.
He's probably listening.
Thank you for contacting Governor Rick Scott's office. Our office is currently closed. Please call Monday through Friday during regular business hours,
I prefer
8
not.
a.m. to 5 p.m., or send us an email by using the contact form on the
Sure.
governor's website
Sounds
at
adorable.
www.flgov.com. To hear this message in Spanish, please press
Para escuchar este mensaje en español, oprima el número 1.
To obtain the governor's mailing address, please press 2. For more help, please.
Are we
use
literally
the
just going to go through the
I want to
phone
leave a
screen?
message for him. All right,
website
forget
at
it.
They don't want us to leave a message.
go. Forget it.
Imagine what would be on that voicemail box.
You're not going to get my awesome
there won't be
advice.
I love the way that they explain. To obtain the mailing address, please press 2. Like,
Yeah, I got nothing. All right, let's go for another one here.
Let's Brian. Let's just unleash. Let's
Just
release
put it out to the universe. All right, we're going to do this as loud as we can so Jeb Bush hears it wherever he is. Hit it, Bryce.
Problem solvers.
So you got derailed in New Hampshire and then down and out in South Carolina.
Look, if there's one thing we figured out is once the internet starts laughing at you, it's time to take legal action on literally anyone. That always works out well.
look, kid, you weren't made to be president. Take up gin rummy.
Gin rummy.
Problem solved.
All right, are we jumping straight to the...
That's actually advice that he's like, really?
Yeah, maybe I should. That sounds
That seems
fun.
pretty good, yeah.
All right,
Good.
here's the big one. Here's the big one.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I don't know if we should say who, but
Should not say who.
This person says, I've had a few extra expenses lately, so I'm trying to figure out if it would be justified to start a GoFundMe for a tattoo of a dick pic and jizz on my lower back. There's a story behind it, I swear. I want to give more meaning to the terms tramp stamp. Plus, if someone doesn't believe I'll do something, I feel like I have to.
I just also want to just note that this is written so amazingly. It just says, it starts out in the way that you would think is almost going to be a sob story, right? I've had a few extra expenses lately, so I'm trying to figure out if it would be justified for me to start a GoFundMe, ... Knowing that the dramatic hook is the next phrase for a tattoo of a dick pic and jizz on my lower back.
I mean, that is pretty clever.
Wait, so the point is that, assuming this is a woman, I guess I shouldn't assume, whoever, it doesn't matter. The point is that because it's such a heinous tattoo, people will pay this person to do it.
Yeah, kind of like on a dare. Like she wants
Yeah.
to do this, and so many people are gonna dare her, assuming it's a girl, to do it. I mean, it seems like the solution is, the smaller the tattoo, the easier it is to say backsies, so to speak, down the road.
Right.
It seems like maybe if she just got a tattoo of the cum drops, then they could turn into dewdrops on
She said
a
dick
butterfly.
pic, though. I think it's supposed to be very obvious.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then what if she does like a white dick and then later she feels like a racist and then then she colors it in and then
If it's white, then it can be different colors later, easier. So it can be a dragon.
Wait, but see now you're racist because you're saying it has to be a white dick.
No, I'm just saying that's
I
an
think we can
option
all
for
agree
which you
it does
then
not
have.
have to be a white dick.
It does not have to be a white dick.
I
It does
mean,
not,
we're
no.
talking about ink here. In
What about-
fact, maybe
Listen.
other races would work better.
It's 2016. It could be a striped dick.
It could be it could be like a popsicle dick with lots of swirls in it. I'm like, that's like the perfect dick.
It's a good point. I think we got a solution. You ready to give her a call?
All right, who's doing what?
I'll restate the problem.
Sarah, do you want a witty rejoinder or do you want to give the advice?
I think I should give the advice.
All right, all witty rejoinder.
Here we go.
Hello.
Problem solver.
Your lower back has tattooed dreams, and those are of sausage and cream.
Listen, some people are going to get crazy offended about your new tramp stamp of a dick and jizz, but here's what you do. You make it look fun, like a popsicle at a picnic with some soda spilled, and the kids are happy.
Put that ejaculate on your baculate.
Problem solved.
So I feel like we've like slightly offended Scott Bakula. Just like somehow I'm just like,
I'm waiting for it to adjust his name to Scott Blackula. That's what I want to see. Holy cow, that was amazing. Sarah Lane, you're a national treasure. Thank you so very much for joining us. We know you have to run. Where can people get more of your shenanigans?
well, I work at TechCrunch.com. That's where you can find more of my shenanigans. And I don't want to give anything away because I like to be a tease. But there are some big changes coming soon to this person near you. So, follow me on Twitter or something and I'll tell you about it.
Nice. Very exciting.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, it is so amazing to have you on. So
Guys.
exciting to see everything that you're doing. Please come back soon. We are always
Anytime.
glad to have you.
Done
Truly.
and done.
Time. I love this. This is like, I love my job. Don't get me wrong, but I don't
Yeah.
get to do things like this every day. So-
You're not. This is where you get to tackle the real issues, the
That's right.
hard-hitting
That's
questions
right.
that affect women today. Awesome. All right.
Exactly.
Thanks, Sarah Lane.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye. Holy cow, that was amazing. Well, I mean, that really ended with a climax.
One that will stand the test of time.
Put our stamp of approval on it. Hey, man, talking about stamps of approval, we approve of the 1,665 of you lovely, lovely people who have crossed over from mere moochers and leechers and remora of Patreon into actual patrons who have changed our lives. You guys make magic every single week, and we are working hard. As a matter of fact, we're using some of that money to fly Justin out for an entire week. We're going to do South by So Wasted. We got updates with that coming. We're going to record a whole bunch of album stuff, and we're going to start leaking those tracks just like it's a tramp stamp on the back.
Oh, dude, in a way that is deserving of a striped popsicle dick. We will be just spreading it across the internet all willy-nilly in a permanent form in which everybody can admire. Patreon is the lifeblood of this show. Thank you to everybody. And this summer, man, we got a lot of stuff coming up, and we really want you guys to be a bigger and better part of it. So get on the team, patreon.com/nightattack.
Heck yes. Oh, good. Now we get to, okay, so pretend the show just started, and now we're going to talk about story time. So, hey, Justin, did anything interesting happen to either of us in the last week or so?
Brian, I want you to go show me the hand of Thor. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's actually looking a lot better too.
Turn it the other way so they can see how.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's all, there we go. You can
It's
kind
getting
of see.
saggy.
Yeah, if you look at my Vine, you can see a delightful impression of
I thought that was amazing. I thought your Donald Trump hand puppet. Let's see if we can bring that up.
So, okay, spoiler alert, the end of my story is that I got second-degree burns live on stage, and then I drove 3 hours home, and I looked, and the whole time I'm in denial. I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And then I just see these gigantic... There's audio to go with it too. There's the thing is so puffy that it,
of South Carolina. This is a special state. Thank you. In the people.
If I can't really describe it any other way than it was as if there was a big jelly worm that got dropped upon the top of your hand. Like it is just this pulsating.
it looks like a slug, like
slug,
three
like
slugs,
a jelly slug atop his hand. It is just crazy. Now, how on earth did you burn yourself to that degree?
Okay, well, I'll try to keep it short because I don't want to blow, because I know you have a story that I want to share my stuff. So,
Can I just jump in real quick?
wait, what?
Like, I just think if people really don't want Trump to be nominated,
Then they should
they
make
should
this his
make
campaign slogan.
Oh my gosh! Like this
We
just
should-
ruins everything. You
But
know how
that's-
it just takes one thing to like ruin something. Like this is so horrible.
And again,
to
for
look
the
at.
audio listeners, what you're seeing is my scarred, disfigured hand doing a talking mouth impression of Donald Trump, and the hair does have the same Donald
know,
Trump
it has
swoosh,
it
and
really
that lower
does.
lip that he pooges out is
It's
exactly
kind of
there.
hypnotic in its hideousness, and it's pus.
Yeah, it's not pus. Is
It
it?
is, isn't it?
No.
That's
Pus means
pus.
infection. No. It's just it's filled with
Filled with friend juice. It's not pus. Oh, come on now, pus. These are filled with gods.
Anyways, tell us your story.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm on stage. I'm performing for a group of Houston magicians, and so I drive all the way out to Houston to do this because a lot of these folks 20 years ago saw me get started in magic, and I'm all excited. I'm like, I'm gonna do like 30 minutes or whatever. And during the fire eating act, there's one moment where if you're listening right now, imagine your left thumb is the wick of a torch, and your right hand you kind of clasp around, completely enclosing the thumb wick, and so the flame goes out, right? The problem that I had on Sunday was I don't know why, but I didn't shake out the torch enough, so there was more fuel than there should be. And then when I came in, I started to close my hand around it. So picture, you got your thumb wick, and I've clasped my hand around it, and this is the point that all the fire should be out. But instead, there's a little tiny flame right at the top. And the problem is, like, there's no way to put it out because because my left hand's holding a torch, my right hand is wrapped around a torch. And so all you could do is sort of open your hand and reset. So and the way all of fire eating works is it's all you have a time limit. It's a countdown. It's you're 4 seconds from being burned at any given time, right? And so the first attempt is like, oh shoot, the flame is still burning. And so I open my hand, and of course it goes, and so I reset and I go to do it again. But at this point, I guess I'm a little bit excitable because I squeezed too hard. And now what I've done is I've squeezed out burning fuel, like basically squeezed out napalm slipping between my fingers. And I'm just like, and again, and this crowd, it's a mixed crowd. There's lay people, there's magicians, there's a row of kids all in the front. And I realize like, crap, this is not going to go out. There's nothing to be done here. And I realize that I'm out of time, and I've now moved into burning mode. And this is what I think, like, it is amazing how much you flash through in that brief moment. And I think of every animated GIF of every asshole who's drinking a flaming shot and pours it all over their face. Yep. And there's a brief moment that they realize that they're going to get burned and they're fucked. That panic sets in and they just start flailing. And then that's when the GIF gets hilarious, right? And I think to myself, I'm like, I will not become a GIF. I'm going to stand here and let my fucking flesh burn as I calmly deal with it on stage. And I clasp it once, I clasp it twice. Now my entire hand is covered in flame juice. And so I open it up and my hand is going and I'm like, my flesh is burning. and then like I'm thinking like what can I do? Because my left hand is holding 2 currently burning torches. My right hand is currently covered in fuel. And I'm out of time and I know things are starting to burn. I don't quite feel it yet. And so some part of my brain that I didn't even know existed just took over and just said, hey, take your hand, put it in the back of your knee, behind your jeans, and then close your knee over your burning hand. And it's like I just did it without thinking about it, and then straight over, and it just went straight out. And then, like an idiot, I went back a third time and put it out with my hand. You did. Well, because I'm a professional, and so I went back and I put it out.
It worked.
Yes. No, I just
okay.
Yes.
Good.
But I mean, and then at that point, because again, everything's on rails, and it's like this is the first 2 minutes of my 30-minute set. So now I'm like, ooh, that
just for people who have never seen Brian's act. If you've ever heard me joke about like the art of fire eating is as old as I always joke with Brian because that's always the opener to his act.
Yep.
And it is probably it have to be the first time that I ever saw Brian perform.
Yep.
Magic was him doing that act, and that act is so on rails. It's written beautifully. It is easily the best of those types of acts that I have ever seen. But like, it's one of those things that when you've watched, I'm sure Bonnie knows, and probably Bryce as well, when you've watched Brian do it a million times, you admire it like the, theme park attraction that it is. Like it everything goes
on rails. Yeah. All the beats.
Yeah, everything stops for a very specific reason. Every every little moment is there for a purpose. And so that is thrown into disarray with your now burning hand.
Well, okay, so the hand burns, but then once the flame's out, all of a sudden, like I'm watching things possibly go wildly off the rails, but then once the fire's out and my hand's fine, it's like I'm like, oh, well, now we're back on the rails, so just keep going. And so I keep going with the rest of the fire eating routine, and at some point, the hand stings, but it's like it always stings. I always burn myself. Every single time I do the fire eating, I burn some part of my lips or my hands or whatever. So there's no pain registering, at least not anything out of the ordinary. It's when I look down and I see folds on my hands that shouldn't be there. and I'm like, ooh, is that skin? Is that skin? I think that's skin. But again, the last thing I do is like, I am not going to be a GIF. And so it's like I keep on rails and I keep on doing, and just over the next 30 minutes, I try to catch glimpses of my stuff. And I'm thinking like, hey, am I going to be able to wiggle my hand around inside the Mr. Happy Pants? What's that going to feel like inside the canvas of the straitjacket? I'm going to shake hands with people when they come up and stuff. And I'm thinking the dumbest thoughts as I'm doing my show. I'm thinking like, wow, I use my right hand a lot. That's way inconvenient that I use my right hand so much.
Yeah.
Eventually the show's over and everybody, a bunch of people want to come up and tell me how much they enjoy it. And to show how excited they are, they vigorously shake my hand. And again, I am so dreadfully embarrassed by the burning myself. There's nothing worse than injuring yourself on stage, especially when your whole act is showing what a master you are. So it's like after 24 years, I finally am burned. And so it's like I'm looking everyone in the eye and I'm just grabbing their iron grip hands. And luckily it wasn't until the drive home.
Handshakes.
Exactly.
Yeah, put her here.
Yeah. No, it was miserable, and I was dumb, and it
didn't stop the show.
Oh no. Show went fine, but
and luckily you did it you screwed up fire eating, and not like in sleight of hand or something where all the magicians would have snickered and like, no. Oh, did you notice he screwed up? Like, but you did it fire eating, so it's like for half those, I'm sure. What percentage of the people in that room fire eat?
I don't know, like 5 people in the whole room.
5 people.
I'm sure,
So
yeah.
maybe 5 people noticed even that was a thing, right? Like,
yes. And luckily it wasn't until, the ride home that it was like, oh, geez, that's a big, dreadful burn. But still a great show. Still a great evening.
I say better to burn yourself than get like crucified by the magicians.
Yeah,
Just like,
whatever. I've done both, and let me tell you,
I know.
they both leave scars. Anyway, that was my misadventure. But before then, I gotta tell my side of the story.
Yeah.
Before then, I went out to the car. This is after I did sound check. I snuck out and I did from in the parking lot, the Weird Things podcast. And we sit down and Justin, he's got some kind of flu or something, a little bit under the weather. Introduce ourselves. Hey, I'm Andrew. I'm Brian. I'm Justin. We're going to do some stuff for you. And then, Justin's kind of quiet. And then like 10 minutes in, I get a text that says, I'm going to go throw up now. And so I realized, oh, shoot, I guess me and Andrew, we got to keep everything afloat. We got to keep everything going. And meanwhile, I'm already thinking this whole Weird Things. I'm like, I hope I can bug out early and lean on you two guys because I have a show to go do. But then it becomes clear like, ooh, Justin's not feeling so well. So I guess I'm going to have to up it and really get involved with Andrew on this. And then I get another text that says, let me quote this exactly, from Justin Robert Young.
Here, I've got it.
Oh, yeah. What's it say, Bryce?
It says, Justin just fainted. I'm taking him to the ER. So in the moment of not having to be like, oh my God, what did happen to Justin? I hope he's not super dead.
Let's argue about space telescopes and just kind of hope everything's fine.
So I'd been sick since last night attack. Last night attack, I just got this fever, kind of hit me like a ton of bricks on Tuesday. And then pretty much throughout the rest of the week, I'd been going kind of up and down. I'd feel like really, really good that I was going to like kind of be out of it by the next day. And then I would be back in just like a total exhaustion, just had to sleep all day, just hit, right?
Right.
So Saturday, felt really good, felt like I'd be out of it. Sunday, wake up, and it is just not happening. I barely move. I'm just like in the bed, and then I'm like, okay, gotta cancel jury, and I'm not gonna do a wrestling live stream. I'll just do Weird Things, and that'll be it, because I know it's important, because Andrew Maine's new book, Station Breaker, is available now on Amazon, and I know he wanted to have a good episode to have support of that. So I get about 10 minutes in, and I'm just feeling kind of out of it, and I had not eaten a lot over the week, but I had a little bit of an appetite earlier that day, and I'm like, oh man, I'll bet you it's whatever I ate, and maybe I'm just like reacting poorly to that. Let me go try to throw up. So that's when Brian.
And by the way, this is saying something. When Justin Robert Young hits a point where he taps out, Justin does not tap out easily. So if he's feeling poor enough that he's like, you know what? I would assume that of the shows you do, Weird Things is, in your mind, one of the safer spaces to just say, gentlemen, take the show for a bit and walk off.
Well, I mean, I don't do a lot with more than one co-host if I have a co-host. So it's like, yes, by that metric, at least there's other people to cover for it, right? But like even then, I would never just walk off to use the bathroom, or if I would, it would have to be a major issue, right? So I get to the bathroom and I realize that like I don't throw up. And I've never really been a guy who throws up. I don't know how to make myself throw up, and I realize that I'm just
you find yourself staring at a toilet. You're like, how do those bulimics do it?
Yeah, no, I'm like, oh my God. Well, I don't even know what to do here. I'm not gonna throw up. I guess maybe I'll just try to poop. Oh, wait.
Oh, my God.
more.
Oh, that's great.
I get up on the bowl and I start pooping. And then my vision goes totally white. And
So, okay, when people say vision goes white, I don't know if I've ever experienced that. What is it like when you are kind of choking out or
so I mean I haven't really choked out, but like it's I don't know, basically the way I would describe it is like in a movie when you fade to white, basically.
Okay.
Like, you know, it's just the everything white kind of emerges from the background and becomes the dominant thing. And I was very, very dizzy. And so as Ashley describes it, she's in the kitchen. She just hears a big thump, comes into the bathroom and sees my bare ass staring back at her as I'm lying on the floor.
And your bare ass says, wink.
Welcome to married life.
Man, it's like, you know, good thing I wifed her before this. So she's like, Jerry, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And so like I wasn't out long.
Now, is there any amount of trying to play this off that you're doing? Like, oh, you know, just face the floor as one does.
Yeah, no, like, I think I lost a screw.
Is there's Mecca this way?
I think I lost a watch battery. I'm just trying to find it. No. So I'm like, you know, I'm coherent, right? But I'm definitely sort of slow on the uptake. She, you know, tells me to put my underwear back on and go lay in the bed. She's like, that's it. We're going to the ER. So we get in the car. We go to the ER. It's right around the corner here in Oakland. And we get in. It's very, very quick. And eventually we go talk to the doctor. The doctor's young, a very nice lady. She's like, okay, so she has me run down everything and run down how everything went down. She's like, okay, so you, here's what I think happened. You were under hot lights, and that is something that probably began your symptoms. But past that, there's a thing called the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is effectively how your body talks to your brain. And when it gets stimulated in certain ways, a lot of very weird things can happen. One of those is that all your blood vessels open. And so what happened was when you got up and walked to the bathroom, that vagus nerve opened up all your blood vessels and you started to get very, very dizzy because you were walking and your legs demanded all of your blood in your body, and so your brain was then deficient. And I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, and then you went from being on your knees trying to puke.
In my mind, I want you to be a jokester. You're just like, so what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? No.
So she's like, all right, you were on your knees and then you stood up. And that's another thing that if you were, you know, it's going to exacerbate making you faint. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, and then you pooped. I'm like, yeah. She's like, the vagus nerve is also connected to your pooping. And that most likely was what triggered the actual fainting spell. There's a medical term for it. This is verbatim what she tells me. There's a medical term for it.
Oh man, can we all guess what it is?
But effectively, it's poop fainting.
That's amazing. So it's
a medical doctor. A medical doctor says you've fallen victim to poop fainting.
I'm typing in poop faint right now. Fainting while passing stool. Med help. That's amazing.
Did you go incognito?
Oh no! God damn it! You always search incognito. So. And is this a recurring problem?
Like,
No,
do you have to?
I mean, so ultimately, what happened was I was way dehydrated. I had not properly hydrated myself throughout the duration of my illness, and the fact that I hadn't eaten a lot and I hadn't drank enough was really the main culprit. Because then they just put 2 bags of hydration IV in me. And I felt like $1 million, like walking out of the ER. It was like immediately it went from this like total hell that I was kind of like in over the course of the last week to just kind of having a cough, which is basically what I have now. And it was amazing. It was like, holy crap, like being hydrated makes you feel like this. This is great. Like,
wait, and so
better crack.
Did they even bother to figure out? You're like, oh yeah, by the way, what illness do I have? Or do they even care? They're like, I don't know.
Oh,
Get out of here,
it was
kid.
a flu. It was a flu. I
Yeah.
mean, like in going through all my symptoms and everything, they're like, yeah, you have the flu, and then you just didn't drink any water like an asshole.
And then you got under hot lights, and then you pooped. What kind of idiot leaves weird things to go poop? A
I
poop
know.
fainter. That's what.
Poop fainting.
He starts shaming you. He's like, poop fainter, poop fainter.
Oh my god, dude. I was blown away. Poop fainting. It was the actual medical terminology.
So were you scared at all when you wake up when losing consciousness? Like because I know the one time I fainted, it was hugely terrifying to suddenly find myself on the floor and not know how I got there. That really messed with me.
Yeah, it was so quick that it didn't it didn't really even feel like I had like passed out, right? It just sort of felt like I had kind of lost, like, I don't know. I guess because there was no lapse in time, like there wasn't any question that like I hit the ground, Ashley came running right in, and then I was like up. Then it just kind of felt like I'd gotten really dizzy,
Yeah.
So it didn't really screw with me all that much.
All right, look, there's a controversy brewing in the chat. It is electric right now. Hashtag wipe Ghazi is the
I see it in there. I mean, how do we want to handle this? There is a definitive answer.
You know what? Actually, we'll get to it next week, and we'll also tell the Frodo Baggins story. How about that?
Did I wipe? We find out next week on the show, because right now we have to let you guys know that South by So Wasted has been booked. We have not only a location, we've got a time, we've got a musical guest,
special guest, yeah,
a musical special guest. This
well-
is going to be the first time we've ever done a live night attack from South by So Wasted. Brian, well, I feel like Neshcom should be the one. He put in all the legwork here.
Yeah, dude.
So we this mere hours before the show started. Not even that. We've got a place nailed down. So Night Attack Live will be happening at South by Southwest Saturday, March 12th, 2016, 2 to 5 p.m. at Brew Exchange here in downtown Austin on 6th Street.
Dude, and you slayed it, man. You got the perfect venue. As a matter of fact, we could do a 3D tour of the place. If you go to Google Maps and type in Brew Exchange, Austin, Texas, it's right there on 6th Street. You can see. You were saying it holds a couple hundred people, right?
Yeah. It's about a couple hundred people. Here we got the 3D look around. It's a real classy joint. They've got like 100 or so like craft beers and stuff. And they've got this really great space up front if this computer will work with me.
I couldn't get it to walk around in there either. But regardless, it's I'm so excited. This is going to be we're going to do a real live show, and people are going to show up, and we're going to have to be funny and good.
Yeah.
Man, I am so pumped. We have always had a South by So Wasted be kind of our. It's almost been like our preseason event of the summer, because we had Nerdtacular, and then we have Dragon Con, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our whatever, man. Let's get a couple bands and like flex our nuts and show how cool we are and invite people to hang out with us. But now we got to actually pull weight.
Yeah, well, and plus, like, that's been always the nice thing is, like, we could invite folks, like, you know, big wigs from Discovery coming over, and they're like, wow, you got a lot of people at your party, you know, because that's the big dick measuring contest at South by Southwest is how big your party is and how popular your brand is directly proportional to how loud the space is. But now we're actually going to do a show. I'm super stoked about it, man. Oh, and speaking of which, last week we had a tournament, and we know that our new bit that we're going to do is going to be called 30 Seconds or DIAF. Still don't know what the bit is, but we got as far as realizing that it's got to have some kind of task or difficult challenge to do for 30 seconds, right?
Yeah. And so this is what we want to do for the rest of the show. We want you guys to just throw it out in the chat room and we can noodle on all these. What is the 30 seconds or DIAF challenge?
And there could be multiple. You know, it occurred to me when I was on a run today, what if we had a fishbowl and people one at a time had to walk up and pull a challenge out of the fishbowl and 30 seconds, do it for 30 seconds or a DIAF. I'm kind of regretting me saying that right now.
I think that's a great one. I think we could maybe have vetted, of course, you know, like chat realm suggestions that we just continue to pull out maybe during the event. Listen, hey, poo for 30 seconds without passing out. There's our first one in from
stand in fire for 30 seconds. See if you die. 30 seconds or did I wipe? 30 seconds of shit on fire. All right, there you go. Neshcom has a doc in the chat right now. Everyone's clicking over there, which is, of course, my favorite thing is to watch.
I think that's a good one. We could do 30 seconds or I wipe, and then like
what?
And then like not your butt, but like put things on your face. And how long does it take for you just to be so creeped out? You know.
I think that's a very specific challenge for you, not necessarily everyone else.
I've raised 3 children.
All right, right now. The demon hordes of the internet are assembling right now, coming up with their ideas.
We got a couple in the Night Attack mail, but I didn't record them, so I
can you describe them? Can you? Do you remember?
There's a candy, right? That's like shaped like a peanut, but it doesn't have peanuts in it or something. I think someone's suggestion was how many of those can you eat in 30 seconds? Or
wait, are those like the weird chalky?
Yeah,
those are horrible.
Kind of marshmallowy.
Yeah, I think so. And the whole thing about it was that they don't have peanuts in it.
Circus peanuts.
Circus peanuts. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Or like 30 seconds of Chubby Bunny, where it's like you keep putting another marshmallow in your mouth. You have to say Chubby Bunny afterwards each time.
So here's the question: are we both doing it? Is one of us doing it? Are we challenging each other to it?
Because it could be a competitive thing if it's like, how many can you do in 30 seconds?
I mean, it's this is why I like the fishbowl idea, because then we could go a bunch of different. We got, oh Jesus, I'm already seeing we got breakdance, we got ghost pepper. Make Roman look strong. I don't know what that means.
That's a wrestling thing.
That's what I figured. Shave armpits and light the armpit hair on fire for 30 seconds.
Wait. Hold on.
Holy shit.
Shave it and then light the little pile of hair on fire?
I guess, but I don't know. Shave armpits is a really good challenge to throw at someone.
What? Why?
How?
Why is that a good challenge?
I've never
shaved your pits?
No, Jesus, no.
What?
No.
What?
No, I mean, we've already talked about the pit between my butt cheeks. But under my arms.
Not the. Oh my God.
Like that was maybe the most like weird version of when someone's like, "Oh, do you smoke?" It's like, "Not cigarettes."
I gotta say, I love watching.
The Groot.
I love watching these docs happen in real time because you see all these like beautiful little zen. It's so zen.
Yeah, like
Watch
look,
it
number 14 here. Come in less than 30 seconds or get set on fire.
Now, do you get a prepper? Do you get to prep with that? Do we have a fluffer on staff? Do we need to set aside a budget for that?
I love the ominous number 3, grapefruit.
Vote for
30 seconds of grapefruit.
Vote for Donald Trump. pitch for Night Attack. Oh man, for some reason the in-studio monitors got really loud. Stossel impression, triathlon for 30 seconds, do a presidential candidate impression for 30 seconds, or do a flaming shot. Life, bro.
Stossel impression, that's a good one.
Perform.
So what about this? What if we just put in a bunch of these, right? Maybe some light editing. light editing, right?
Yeah, if somebody
and
can,
that's the danger, because there's got to be some dangerous. It's got to be a dangerous fishbowl, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's why I like the ghost pepper one, and we should, if somebody could get us a Bitly link or something that we could give out to all of the audio listeners so that they can make their suggestions.
I like that idea of pitching, like, I guess you call it busking or barking.
Well, I don't know.
Like when you stand at the front of the door of the bar and you're like, "Hey, come in."
Like
down and watch the show.
I don't know what they call that for a bar. I know that in Sideshow they call it the outside talker, or those out of the know call it the barker.
I thought it was busking.
No, busking is street performing, and then you pass the hat.
That's when you're doing something, then you're asking for money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dunk your head in ice water for 30 seconds. Oh my God, you can't hold your breath. Somebody's holding your head down the entire time. Like,
Now here's the only thing about some of these is that like we can only have things that are in the bucket that we
have to have the props to do.
We got to have if it's going to be prop intensive, it can't be like dress like a woman and then run for president. Like like we got to have some high heels and a very tasteful
cure
pantsuit.
cancer immediately.
And an attaché.
Neshcom has put together, if you go to bit.ly/30SECDIAF, that's all lowercase, SECDIAF, that's 30SECDIAF for 30 seconds, die in a fire.
Oh my God, Brian!
Wait a minute.
I'm starting to get a little.
Hold on. I just had an idea here. What if the dying in a fire is you have to eat a ghost pepper? So it's like you have to do the challenge,
do something, or eat a ghost pepper.
Yeah,
I like that.
So that way they can always be crazy.
You can choose DIAF. You can choose to die in a fire, or you could do the 30 seconds. Ghost pepper, good God.
I think maybe we need. I like ghost pepper, but I feel like I think that we should also continue to come up with other fire deaths.
Oh, that's great. Maybe that's a whole other section we can have in there.
Like flaming shots or something.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, man. Sustain a Jeb Bush applause. Do heroin, of course. Shave head. Animal penis or chili pepper. Like is that an identification game where it's like you have to look at a mega close up and identify one or the other?
Book the invasion angle or the wrestling marks. That's amazing.
Waterboarding for 30 seconds. Oh my God. Bad rap in Hitler.
Yeah, all right. I think I like this. I think yeah, some of these are going to be like physically impossible.
Eat a single circus peanut in 30 seconds.
No, I like it. Some of them are going to have to be easy, right?
Yeah.
Like, because that's part of the fun too. That's part of the Russian roulette of it.
Oh, geez. Show past iMessage history. That's a terrifying one.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what's that one?
Show past iMessage history.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Write a haiku about the other person, a little creative. Okay.
Yeah, I've talked about this before, but it's like I think technology has made me more scared than I was of God as a child. Like I wanted to do the right thing because or else God would be very angry with me. But now it's like every time I want to type anything, even in private messages, I'm like, even if my phone never gets hacked, what about their phone? Is their phone never going to get hacked? And it's like technology it's all going to come out some point. There'll be a judgment day, a reckoning for all your past actions.
Ways to die in a fire: a ghost pepper, a flaming shot, or dying in an actual fire.
Oh, can you bring Ruinum? Are you able to bring some Ruinum?
I got some.
That can happen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that can happen.
You don't know me. Man, all right, dude, this is coming along nicely. I guess everyone will fill out that doc, and next week we'll figure out the exact format for the actual game, and then we'll have a big payoff. I'm stoked. We should actually do prep for all of our shows.
We've got 2 weeks between now and South by So Wasted, we will
2
continue
weeks.
to polish DIA 30 seconds or DIAF as we go forward. And if you want to be there to see it, you got to get your ass to Austin, Texas, Saturday, March 12th at the Brew Exchange from 2 to 5 p.m. We will be joined by Jomo and the goddamn Possum Posse.
Yeah, we should double check that.
I thought
That's
you
the plan.
double checked that.
Well, I haven't told him the exact time and place though, but he indicated strongly that whatever he had to do to make it happen, he would do. So that's where we're at. Is basically
so either we're correct,
yes,
or Jomo's a liar.
A lion ass.
Set those parameters.
Hey, have they hit 10 million on Guy in a Buffalo yet?
Oh, I don't know.
They oh man, look at this. They are at 9,980,000. They are less than 20,000 clicks away from Guy in a Buffalo hitting 10 million. Wouldn't that be great if that happened right around that same time?
Oh man, it would be a huge deal. Also, we have a bunch of other fun people that we know possibly stopping by and having a great time.
Oh heck yeah! No, we have lots of surprises. Now that we got a place and a time and a location, everybody is checking in. It's going to be huge.
Absolutely. Hey Brian, you want to go check out Diamond Time?
Diamond Time. What's that, my good sir?
Diamond Time is where you can shout out your projects right here at the end of the show. Just head on down to reddit.com/r/Diamond Club and you can have anything you want.
Well, looky here. I'm at there right now, and here's a post from somebody named Kyle McGuire. It says, "Hi, Diamond Club. I finally have something for Diamond Time. My city is hoping to build Utah's second All Abilities Playground. What's an All Abilities Playground, you may ask? Well, shut up, because I'm going to tell you right now. Shut up. Wow. Shut up. How did he know? An All Abilities Playground is for kid of all types. Most playgrounds can't accommodate kids in wheelchairs, for example. Some may have things that could set off kids with autism. Some kids can't go to playgrounds because they used to certain materials or chemicals that they're allergic to. Whatever it is, All Abilities Playgrounds are for everyone. Right now, the city has about $400,000 to build the park in September. It's going to be built by volunteers like myself. The mayor of my city has a goal that all 40 parks will become All Abilities by 2020. This is just the first step. If you'd like to learn more, go to alltogetherplayground.com or go to bit.ly/420playgroundswag. or to donate, go to bit.ly/420playgrounddonateswag. I would love to see many diamonds on the plaques at the park. Thanks again, and DIAF. It might be Kyle in the chat. P.S. The GoFundMe page is just for donations from private citizens. Most of the money has come from taxes and donations from companies. Also, your donation is tax deductible. Well, congratulations, man. That sounds awesome.
That is amazing. Ethan Kane writes, unofficial South by So Wasted Diamond Club meetup in anticipation for the tomfoolery we are expecting for Brian and Justin on Saturday. Let's get together Friday for dinner, drinks, and Diamond Club fun. Who? Any and all Diamond fans, personalities, show hosts, chat rummers, and passersby. What? Meet, greet, party prep, weekend coordination, everything else we can think of. Maybe someone will bring their contender game. When? 5 to 7 p.m. Friday, March 11th. Where? Darwin's Pub, 223 East 6th Street, Austin, Texas, 78701. Head on over to bit.ly/420meetupswag. We'll be kept up to date with time and location changes, and you can email us, admin@ritualmisery.com. We'll send updates to your inbox, and we won't spam you with bullshit.
Bullshit.
That's also stickied on the Diamond Club Reddit. So if you if you can't find that this week's Diamond Club, you can see it there in green, unofficial South by So Wasted.
Dude, by the way, Sunbun points out in the chat that this will be the first time we've decided to try a little experiment with ANAL, Austin Night Attack Live. No, I mean, we're just trying it out, we're just
Yeah,
experimenting.
hey, listen, we're just, it's just the tip
Of the iceberg of
the
what might
iceberg,
be
but,
possible in the future.
of Austin Night Attack Live. I mean, listen, it's a proud year. You have Austin City Limits, right? You have ACL. We're
A&AL. I think it's great. It's catchy.
Yeah.
It's catchy. Hey, Diamond Clubbers. I was recently laid off from my job.
ANAL.
Hey, Diamond Clubbers, I was recently laid off from my job, and unfortunately, most of the work I've done contains so much confidential and private information, it's pretty much useless for a portfolio. Started dusting off old projects to see what I could finish to make into a portfolio. That's when I ran into this old gem, a recreation of the Game of Thrones intro for Night Attack. What? Most of the work is completed. It just needs a bit more time to polish some of the animation and send it to render. To get it done as fast as possible and not take away from my computer doing other work, I need to send it to a render farm. Oh my God. I'm looking at this. I can't read because I don't want to stop looking at this amazing note for note duplication of the it's the Game of Thrones intro with our studios, and
You might remember he posted screenshots of this intro because he couldn't get it rendered like over a year ago.
and Oakland says Oakland as a separate kingdom. Oh my God, that's amazing. And it's got the Night Attack. Oh wow. Okay, I want to make this happen. I'm going to read the rest of it. I'm asking for one simple thing. Help me pay for some of the rendering costs. I don't believe it should cost more than $50 to do the render, but if anyone wanted to kick in a bit more to help offset the time, I still need to put in something that should come out pretty cool. I'm putting off the sad fact that I'll have to get another crap job before I could go back to doing interesting things would also be appreciated. The GoFundMe page can be found at bit.ly/GoFundGotVideo. Already at $50. That's bit.ly/GoFundGotVideo. Thank you for all your support from one of the best communities I know, Diamond Club Shodan Kid, who should be in the chat more now that he's unemployed, sad face. P.S. You can see a junk pass I made here at bit.ly/GOT Night Attack 420 swag. Yes, you can still tell it needs some polish in the animation. I'm very much aware of this. Updated video is bit.ly/update 420 swag. Man, that is gonna be rad.
That's Crazy Pants with silly sauce. It's amazing. That's so good, so great. So
I'm just gonna keep sitting here pressing repeat on this. I just want to watch the Game of Thrones intro. Yeah. Hey man, wow! It's good to have you healthy and well, and for us to have stuff locked in for South by Southwest. I'm so unbelievably stoked, man.
Oh man, it's going to be great. It's actually a whole week, really. We had the Diamond Club stuff. I'm going to be there from Monday on, and I believe Wednesday I'm going to do a live or a live contender meetup. So everybody go ahead to thecontender.us right now and click on the big splash graphic that pops up when you first head there. We're doing the Nationwide Card Caucus, 50 games in 50 states. If you enjoy the game, you want to host a live game, then you can go ahead and do it. I'm going to start the first one on March 9th. Cafe Ruckus. Actually, we're not probably going to do it there because they close a little early. But keep an eye on that site, and I'll, of course, plug it a whole lot. But if you're in the Austin, Texas area on Wednesday, come on out. Play the game. Then we'll maybe hit a bar. It'll be a fun time.
Dude, right on. It just occurred to me that we need to put Lee Sanders' orchestral version of Vicario on that Game of Thrones intro. That would be pretty dope.
Oh, God. Yeah. No, totally.
All right, man. Wow. It's all happening. I'm so super stoked. I guess we learned a lot today. We learned that Sarah Lane had some dead batteries and gives amazing advice. We learned that.
I mean, we knew that, right? Not the batteries part, but that she's a literal Christ figure.
We learned that having Bryce Castillo is probably the most important thing we've ever done in terms of actually keeping promises and making stuff happen, and that South by Southwest is going to be rad. What else?
Well, we learned that poop feigning's a thing, and that you can calmly put your hand behind your knee and solve many problems.
I will not be a GIF. I swear to God.
Yeah, that Brian's not a GIF, and nor will he ever be. Anything else?
Nah, man. Learned that the Diamond Club is rocking and rolling, and still the best community in the business. Congratulations to the Possum Posse for their incoming 10 million views on Guyana Buffalo. We'll see you guys. See you next Tuesday.
Dying of fire.
Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.